Brutal weekend for us Bay Area sports fans. The Niners have exited another NFL playoffs, this time in the divisional round against the Seattle Seahawks. And at the end of the day, the Niners never really stood a chance. Game ended 41-6. Offense never got cooking. Defense continued to show how much of a liability that they are. And Seattle just proved how dominant that they've been, and that the last win that they had against the 49ers in the regular season was no fluke whatsoever. So then there were four. Unfortunately, the 49ers will no longer be playing the Super Bowl at Levi Stadium. The whole fantasy booking that we had that possibly this could be the quest for number six in the home stadium in Santa Clara just turns out that it's just not going to happen. So that part's unfortunate. Obviously, unfortunate to have the kind of injury-ridden season that the Niners had. Just I feel like since the beginning of the season, every week was just some level of bad news that we had, and there were several points during the season where us Niner fans, even myself, at a couple points, being very honest about that, couple points during that season that we were kind of thinking that the Niners were cooked. I mean, especially I think for me it was once Fred Warner went down. I mean, Bosa going down was really tough. Um, but obviously with Purdy getting hurt, Mac Jones was doing great. Out of the 8 games he played, I think got us 5 wins. But when Fred Warner went down, that's when I thought, okay, like we really have a long shot of even making it close to any kind of postseason run. But they ended up making it to the playoffs, lo and behold, and they had even the possibility of going to the top seed. And then what happens? They run into Sam Darnold, an old friend of the 49ers, and the Seattle Seahawks that just look like the team to beat right now. So, yeah, if we look at the landscape of things, you got Darnold, you got Matt Stafford, you got Jarrett Stidham because Bo Nix went down in the Broncos game against what was it, the Buffalo Bills? Yeah. And then Drake May on the Patriots side. And, we got the Patriots playing against the Broncos in a game that has their backup quarterback now. So I don't I don't really feel like the Patriots are that much of a dominant team to really kind of take it to whoever goes on the NFC side of things. I mean, but these are just two teams that I just know too well and know how tough they play the Niners. So I could be wrong about that. Might not have the clear understanding of how tough the AFC teams could be, especially with a Broncos team that has their backup quarterback. But I do know how good these two guys are, and I do know how good those two teams are. And what's likely is that the 49ers will not get to play in their home stadium. Obviously, we know that that's the fact. But what I was getting to at what was probably likely is that one of our division rivals will hoist a Lombardi Trophy in our home stadium, and that's just a bummer, man. That's a bummer. Also saw today that Jimmy Butler tore his ACL for the Warriors, so just another heartbreak of a year for Bay Area sports fans. And we look onward to the San Jose Sharks. Go Sharks. Would love to see them do well in the playoffs. Warriors, I have my doubts about. Who knows what's next for them? And then we got baseball season. So this one doesn't hurt as much as other playoff losses for the Niners. I mean, nothing will ever top the 2024 Super Bowl where they lost against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll never be able to get over that one. This one sucked. This one, at least I can appreciate how far the Niners went in their quest for getting a Super Bowl, despite the injuries, despite everything they went through. But at the end of the day, it's just another season that ends in heartbreak. The opportunity was there. We had the chance. Injuries disagreed with us. Playing with a depleted defensive core, depleted offensive line, and you just can't win games like that. Can't win games. But still, always Niner faithful. I'll still be there, front line, front and center for the next season that starts. And we'll just have to get through this Super Bowl, see what happens, and then we look on to next season. Either way, it's always go Niners. Bang, bang, Niner gang.